I just thought I'd start off with the aftermath of JD Vance's speech at the Munich Security Conference. This is him in CPAC. He gets a standing ovation. He hasn't even made a speech. This was on the back of the results of him making the speech in Munich and the reaction of the CPAC audience, which obviously are all conservative, with immense funding and immense power. And he continues with his rhetoric where he says the biggest threat to Europe, and of course Britain and America, the biggest threat to Europe is still the unfettered immigration. And it is, because if that was okay to do that, surely as a nation, then when, your nan and your best auntie go on holiday together, they should just be able to trail back in, shouldn't they? They shouldn't have to go through passport control. What's the point? They already live here. But people who go on holiday literally have a stricter routine to go through in Great Britain than people who are coming in a dinghy. That's how ridiculous it is. Moving on, the thing is, this ripple effect is going to come right across the ocean. It's going to come right across to Great Britain because they cannot hide from it, because we are, whether they want to admit it publicly or not, too reliant on America for defence. And that's a good thing. Now you've got a Trump presidency and obviously a vibrant and articulate younger man in JD Vance that can move it forward another 4 years. That's critical too. So even though we've got the complete wazzer that we've got in number 10 at the moment, who's basically running on the fumes of his own ego, I mean, what a bloated character he's turned out to be. He's going around basically telling the German defence system how to behave, and the rest of Europe, how they should be putting troops on the ground, boots on the ground in Ukraine. They don't want to do it, they're reluctant. I mean, it's embarrassing to watch, and nobody's actually listening to him. But he's still instigating his own. He's full of hubris and self-importance. It's really quite embarrassing. I spoke to a friend of mine who lives in Germany, and I have to do the voice because she said, Juni, because my name in German is June. Juni, what comes with the man in number 10 now? It comes all the bad news from Britain. What is happening to your country? Because this man, he doesn't listen to anyone and no one wants to listen to him. Now, she's not going to be all for in British politics, but she pretty much summed it up. No one wants to listen to him. I mean, you'd think she'd studied it for a master's degree, wouldn't you? I said, well, unfortunately, not a lot of people turned out to vote, because I've tried to explain British politics. I said there wasn't a big turnout. Yeah, I've got that. I know. It happens here also. And so he got in because a lot of people voted for him because they didn't vote for the other party. And who is this Uni party? Who is this? Is this your party, Juni? I said, no, it's not Juni, it's Uni, as in one. The Uni party, both parties are the same. Now, I see it, I know it now. I thought it was your party. She thought it started a political party. Oh, shambles that'd be. Can you imagine if I started a political party? It'd just be yeah. But it's massive in Germany this weekend when they vote, and hopefully the AfD, Alice Fielder, the goddess that is Alice Fielder, and Christine Anderson. I mean, if you think of a Viking's shield maiden as tough, these are the modern day equivalent. And I've particularly enjoyed over the years watching Alice Fielder in the Bundestag ripping Angela Merkel a new one from time to time. And Alice is there, crisp as a carrot, blonde, hair tied back, absolutely astute, on point with every single thing she says, while Merkel just sits there like a little head on a blob, usually in some foul frock that doesn't suit her, or one of them suits she used to wear. She used to like that Chairman Mao look, didn't she? Always the same style but a different colour. I really sincerely hope that Alice Fielder and her team are successful, because Germany's had enough. You know that with the farming dispute, with the stuff about the immigration. The whole of Europe's had enough, and the whole of Europe is going to have to change. They haven't really got a choice in it. And while we've got this new America, as I call it, whilst you've got someone with the charisma and the energy of Donald Trump and JD Vance, I mean, I don't know if you've caught that. You've got to look it up, Google it. I don't know where Trump is, but there's a few tables sat round his speaking, and you'll love it. The governor of Maine is sat there. He has a right go to. He rips her a new one. And she says, okay, I'll see you in court. He said, good, I look forward to it. It's going to be an easy one. It's going to be an easy one, that. Because she won't follow his new doctrine. And he just doesn't take any prisoners. It's just executive order after executive order. There's a lot of work gone into that. There's a lot of work been done to be able to do that in the first month of office. It's absolutely astounding, the progress that he's made. Obviously, the markets will feel it, and the southern border is feeling it already. So this is going to get better, and this is going to have a knock-on effect to us. It doesn't really matter that bloody idiot's in number 10 at the moment, because the very fact he's so bad has woken the nation up. All those people that accepted the lockdowns and everything else that they threw at us, all those people that thought everything was all right with the country, now realise everything isn't, and it's not right, and it's on overdrive. But people won't put up with it, and we're still too many of us than what there is of them. And Labour, not only that, have the party dropping to pieces, because you've got Wes Streeting, a minister who's only got 540 vote majority. You've got others that stand to lose their seats to Islamists. Now, I'm not too afraid of that, because there's not going to be enough of them to make an impact as yet at the next election. But it's very serious that we need to make sure that the Reform Party are ultimately successful in their goal to become a government. Because most of their work, it won't be issuing any new laws. As Nigel Farage says, we've got enough of them. The job at hand will be to repeal the stuff that's already in. And they are working on that as a formula and a strategy right now. So it's one of those things, we haven't got a choice, but having said that, we can't go wrong, because anything's better than this. Now, that's not the way you should be voting for your politics, is it? You should be voting for the best for the country. Well, the best for the country right now is none of the others. That's the best for the country. And that's what the Reform Party are offering. So hopefully with this new wave of enthusiasm from America, which is going to pick up in the UK, even now people are feeling better about things. It doesn't make our shopping any cheaper, and it doesn't make fuel prices come down, but it certainly does make us see that there is an option to get out. America did it. Now, if America can do it with their complex voting system and 350 million people to get motivated, I'm sure we can do it with 67 million people. I don't see a problem at all. The problem will be the nitpicking and trying to, focusing on the wrong issues. Oh, what's your manifesto? What's your policy on this? It really doesn't matter what policy is, as long as it isn't what the other parties have lumbered us with. The policy is to undo what they've done, undo the hate speech laws, stop the targets Miliband has set. Basically, start refunding us from these immense, huge energy companies that have made obscene amounts of money in profit. Well, they've clawed some of it in off the taxpayer. We've subsidised it. There shouldn't be people becoming millionaires out of government subsidies, because government subsidies are UK taxes. That's us. We're paying for it. We're paying for people to become millionaires. Did you ever hear any of them thank you? Did any of them say thank you very much? No, not a chance. Well, the thing is, we're pushing back now, and we've got a great opportunity. Time is on our side. I know you don't think that, but we need time for Reform to get the candidates together. High calibre candidates, not just filling seats. Some beer-swilling loon at the end of the bar that never has a fag out of his gob. We don't want him. We don't want people like want people who are focused on wanting change. And this is going to be the highest bar for any political party, because the world's watching. They're under so much scrutiny, they have to choose really good candidates. And I think they will. And I think the decent conservatives, small c conservatives, will come across from the Conservative Party and jockey alongside. And I'm not afraid of that at all, because it's the small c conservatives that were scuppered by the liberal entryists that came into the party with David Cameron. That's what happened to the Conservative Party. After the coalition, the Liberals never left. We're being run by a Liberal government, basically, trading as the Tory party. Well, we're not now, that's finished, but you know what I'm saying. It's, what is it now? Oh, it's communism now, isn't it? Yeah. I get mixed up. Last week it was what? Was it still communism? Yeah. This man, he hasn't got a long life expectancy in his job. I doubt his own party will put up with him full term. We're lumping with Labour long term because of the huge majority. But it's something to be afraid of because it's a huge majority in a low turnout. And boy, oh boy, is that going to change the next time we go to the polls. I'm up for it.